because this was the thing that I said the other time where I was up here that the dudes tried to laugh me out. I said basically the same thing that Lucky just said, and what is true. A man teaches a woman what she likes. And this is what a lot of brothers don't understand. When you have a connection with your woman, and when you've been a man who's experienced, you touch your woman in a way that she might not have never been touched before. You treat your woman in a way that she might have never been treated before, and she begins to identify what she likes and what she don't like according to what you did with her and how you interact with her. And that's what I was saying the last time, and it got missed totally. So Sweeney, I have to disagree with you, sir, and push back on that. It's not about, a lot of times women don't know what they like until they experience it. This is what the problem is. A lot of times women haven't experienced yet, so they don't even know. But you might, you hold on real quick.
So you gotta learn.
I'm good. Can we go ahead?
You're a little too hype, fantasy, but okay.
Israel,
right.
I'm hype. I'm clapping for Iz. Thank you. I actually agree with him.
Go sit in the kitty table. We're grown men talking.
Israel, you done with your point,
Israel,
bro?
you're so right.
All right, 1 point. Let's chop it up. Paris, go ahead.
let the man finish.
I wasn't finished.
Hold on.
Let that man
One
finish.
mic.
We already said he can finish.
I wasn't finished. Trigger Mike.
Oh, my bad. Finish it, and then Paris got a rebuttal, or Paris wants to go. All right, go ahead, Bill.
Just to wrap it up, all I'm saying is that a lot of times, to Sweeney's point, a lot of times women can't tell you because they don't know. And so, and what happens is when you're in a position with your woman, you teach that woman what she likes, and then she's able to tell you this or that. But it really comes like Lucky was saying, from having an
You ain't understanding because you ain't listening. What the fuck is
I thought I was muted.
Finish up.
I thought I was muted. Go ahead.
You weren't. You're welcome.
Finish up.
From having, listen, when you have, and that's what I was getting at when I was asking Real Precious the conversation. Good and Garen Dagon T, when a man and a woman have an intimate connection, it's much greater than any intimate connection that she could get with a woman. And it's reasons for that. And so what I'm saying to you is when you're intimate with your woman, when you get to know your woman, when you're getting in tune with your woman, these are all the things I said last time that y'all laughed at me about. Then your woman, you unlock, and it's not really about just unlocking from a standpoint of yo, she's some puzzle or she's some this or that. It's about getting to know her and then teaching her what she likes and what she don't like and bringing that to her. So that's it.
Bro, that is wild. That is wild. Now we really gonna sit. We're really gonna sit here and say that women don't.
Came next. Paris is
bro.
next.
He's responding to me, bro. Mr. Lego, just be quiet. Let us have this. We don't need you to interrupt. You know what? Go ahead, Paris.
Paris, go ahead, Paris.
We don't need you to interrupt, dumbass.
Paris.
Golly, bro, mute your mic.
Paris.
I will say that Mr. Israel made a good point. I can't agree with the entire point, and this is why. Because a lot of times, as a woman, and I'm sure some of the women can relate, going into sex, some men already have their preconceived notions of how they want you to behave. So you can't tell him what you want. You can't tell him what you actually like, even if you're curious, because there's that inherent fear. He gonna treat me like a hoe. He's gonna think that I'm a whore, or he's gonna think something ill of me if I express this to him. So even if that's not true, that is their inherent fear based off of the type of men you're dealing with. A lot of times, the same way, there are some men who have a fear of being judged by them wanting certain desires or opening up for certain desires. Women have that same fear. We don't talk about it, but it's there. Now, I will say, you cannot know what you like until you get experience. It was always like a very shy thing for women to talk about them playing with themselves. A lot of women would be in disgust around other women or men. They'll pretend that they never did it. They'll pretend that they never had it. Like now, it's a reason why you're seeing a surge of the whole Rose toys and women getting into dildos and things like that. But before, right? They used to have those little small parties, little Mary Kay, and maybe you, aside from Mary Kay, you had to play sex parties because you learned the habit of learning to sell that way as a distributor for those sex toys and sex parties. But overall, I personally feel like you can't get a better intimate connection with men. However, we're getting a lot of lackluster sex. We're getting a lot of people who know where the hole is. Not just the men, the women too. They know how to find the hole. And they're getting it done and they're getting their rocks off. So again, they're coming, they're feeding their, baseline of it, but they're not actually getting complete overall stimulation. It's not complete overall.
Women too, though?
For both parties, right? So I'm not talking about me. I'm just saying in general,
I'm
right?
just saying lesbian women be doing that too?
Yes. And I'm not talking about sleeping with men. I'm just saying in
with
general,
women.
like this is the society that we have. The society that we have is a lot of people are indulged into casual sex. So in casual sex, right, you're not really just going into
pleasing another
being
person.
passionate. You're not going into it actually trying to love this person. You're not going into feeling that type of connection that you will be with your actual partner that you take your time with, right? You're rushing the process. Lucky made a very good point. Miss Israel made a very good point. And Sweetie made a very good point.
Mr. Israel.
Did you just say Miss Israel?
Mr. Israel. Mr. Israel.
I said,
you said Miss Israel.
I got one question.
Israel. I'm sorry, guys. I talked.
Oh, I thought you said Miss Israel.
No, I didn't.
It sounded like that to me.
Israel made a very good point, and Sweeney made a very good point because Sweeney is actually right. Men do give intimacy. Men are just preserving their intimacy, and he's also not lying when he say a lot of times men are going into the relationship initiating sex, including with oral sex. A lot of times women are acting like prudes. We're not doing what we say we're doing. The pillow princess is a real thing. A lot of men are just not discussing it because of their convenience to the sex. A lot of men have shut up about how terrible women actually are in bed because of the fact he ain't got to work for the sex no more, and the box actually a little decent. But in actuality, men initiate sex more. We don't come on to them as much as they come on to us. And men initiate sex more in the beginning of it. They're the ones who do the implied consent, the touching, the fondling, the kissing. It's not us. We've never been the predators.
Also,
Damn,
so I got one. I got
hold
one.
on. All right. So, why is it that we can't just recognize that most women are gay as hell? Like this isn't something new, right? If you looked at a lot of the things that women do, if you put men in the same exact predicament, you would say that's gay as hell. If I look at a dude's bottom and I say, yo, your joint getting fat, that's gay as hell. If I grab another
all
man's
you have to do
chest,
is say pause, right?
That's gay as hell.
Y'all do exactly that.
You cannot pause that. I will not tell a man his bottom is getting
plausible.
fat.
That's not
happening. There's certain things you just can't pause. Right?
Yeah,
that's unpausable. We can't do that. We don't stare at each other when we're getting dressed. Like we can't do that. The thing, we don't change our sexual orientation because our woman wants another man. No, that's impossible. And that's why I don't believe that women are changing their sexual orientation. They're just gay. Because if we did that and we said, oh, no, well, I'm just trying to please my woman, they would be like, you gay as hell. What do you mean you did that? I can't say I experimented with the guy, pause, because it's no such thing for a dude, and there shouldn't be such a thing for a what? No,
that's why y'all stay in the closet forever. You never experience. You never go through your questioning phase when you're obviously wondering. You want to experiment, and they should be free to do that. To decide what they do and don't like. You guys don't make a toxic environment.
No, men don't want.
No,
men don't want.
Regardless of whether y'all accept it or not, they'll sleep with a trans and say they're not gay.